Excellent. All right. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee Connect Time with Carlos and Chantel. Oh, she's not here. She's getting coffee. Things are running tight these days, but it's good. It's good. There's a lot of demand for our time, and we're super grateful for that. Seriously, we love the people we get to work with, and it is awesome to be able to work with so many amazing, not only entrepreneurs, but couples and singles and seeing relationships grow and thrive. So, all right. So, in our Coffee Connect, some of the things, our topics and the things we want to communicate and work on is our work-life balance, which has not been happening very well lately. Can I just be real? And again, it's all about what you call work and what you call life too, because again, our balance, it's feeling like it's out of balance. And I think what's been out of balance is rest. So we have a thing that we do with Calm, which talks about, continuing to create those situations and create balance in our lives. And yeah, rest is one of them. It's really important. And so we are definitely balancing work life with then personal life stuff, work with personal life, the work-life balance. And yeah, we've been doing a lot of stuff with the kids, traveling for business and then traveling for our daughter's volleyball tournament. That's this past weekend. And then next weekend, the same thing, we go to Alabama.
I just dumped coffee all over my plant.
Didn't need to wake up. Give her a dose of caffeine.
Ooh, good morning.
Yeah. So balance. Trying to figure this out. Well, one thing's is sleep. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we don't have a day of rest, we definitely take that into consideration then on our sleep schedules.
Yeah, for sure.
It is amazing how the body will break down, right? Yeah, we did do our workout yesterday.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of that. And then I was like, man, this morning, laying in bed, my muscles are so sore.
Yeah, the pull-ups. I was like, it's funny because I was like, why are my arms sore? What's going on? I thought we did leg workouts because we did some running and some squats and some, deadlift stuff and one-legged thing. And it was like, why are my arms sore? And then I'm like, oh, crud, we did all those pull-ups too. I forgot about that.
We did these Russian split deadlifts, weighted. So, I had 20-pound weights. Carlos had, what did you do in the dumbbells?
50-pound dumbbells, so 100
And
pounds.
so your legs are spread apart, so you're working one leg at a time, and it works your hamstring and your glutes. And boy, I tell you what,
It does.
I was like, these are the Daisy Dukes exercise. I better look good in my Daisy Dukes. Yeah, it was good.
It was good. Oh, Chantel's fixing it.
I'm fixing it.
I think fixing our chat. Sorry, guys. Maybe it's there. I think it's here we go. Everyone, that's what should fix it. I think the chat. See, we have people attending on our live webinar through our community, and they want to chat with each other. They want to have conversations while they're watching. That's good. So yeah, we did our workout. That was
working now.
Oh yeah, it's working. That was very rewarding. And sometimes you just have to celebrate the sprout It doesn't necessarily have to be
Well, I mean,
perfect.
especially because last week we didn't get to a workout. I mean, just the
Mhm.
way it came in, we got in super late Tuesday from Indiana, so we took the extra time to sleep on Wednesday versus going to our workout. And then our normal Friday, we were straight into a volleyball tournament.
Yeah, it was kind of rare because we had a 3-day volleyball tournament. But that's the
Still saying
balance.
no trap. What the heck?
So it says, oh, everyone, attendees can chat with everyone. That's
Try
what
it
we're gonna
now.
do. There you go.
Try it now.
Panelists can chat with everyone. There we go.
Try it now.
Now we can chat.
Yay. Okay.
Oh, now it's start blowing up.
Now we got to figure it out.
So
Now you can chat. So,
yeah, figuring it out. And then Hazel's on spring break this week. So allowing her to have some freedom and hang out with friends and then not having expectations of her getting up early with us.
yeah, so I'm on spring break too. Because I need the extra rest
But
right now, man.
it is, we're in week 1. Those of you that are a part of the Connection DNA with us, we are in week 1, session 2 today. Spiritual foundation, spiritual vision. And going through that is good. It keeps it in the front of your mind. And we are doing some hybrid stuff and even on the letters we write, journaling and receiving letter back, we're doing some working on stuff with that because we work with all different walks of life. And what's important is for people to do the process.
Yeah, I'm really liking like the verbal processing.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's like just a short, quick processing.
I think that, yeah, everyone processes differently. But the
Yeah, that's
main
been
thing
fun.
has really been, because almost like when you verbally process it, you're forced to, you're almost in the mode of teaching it and talking about it. Like, what did I get out of the content? And how can I apply it to my life? Like those 2 questions, like what are my takeaways? What are my highlights? What did I learn from the content? And then how can I apply it to my life? When you verbally process that, I think it
Yeah, I
does
think
empower you.
for us, because we've been doing that for the last little while, like, as a family,
Mhm.
when we listen to the content, we just talk about it, I mean, and I think having you guys talk about it on your mentorship app just kind of feeds that. It's your perspective, right? It's because every time we go through it, there's a different layer. Every time we go through it, there's a different awareness or season that we're in. So you're going through something different, you see it differently, and
Mhm.
you know what I mean? So, and you can get that with the written, but I find myself wanting to listen to the verbals
It's good.
more.
It's true.
That's just
It
me
creates more interaction with us when
personally.
people are doing the verbal.
Yeah, and I think it's good. Like, I think it's hearing your voice is fun for me too in that.
Yeah, I can tell there's a lot more depth, right? When you can hear their voice, you can hear the tone, you can hear the excitement or the like hunger. So it
Mhm.
is true. Like you don't necessarily see that in the writing. When someone writing things. So that's pretty cool to recognize the stuff.
This cold plunge time. I saw that picture. That's awesome. Cold plunge. We do that every day in our shower. Our well water is cold.
Yeah, our well water's right around 47. I'd say between 47 and 50 degrees.
Carlos does it consistently through the winter. Okay, so
Mhm.
he is, that's just part of his routine. I am now going on what, a month and a half consistent every shower, even when I was in Indiana. Holy smokes, that water was cold. Woo!
Yeah,
The water in Indiana, I think it gave me a brain freeze. I'll tell you what.
it was probably down about close to 40 degrees, I'd imagine, in Indiana, the water.
Yeah,
It was cold.
that was pretty.
Why do we do cold plunges? This is probably the best definition of it. Or cold plunges or even cold showers at the end. is because when you choose hard, then life will be easy. When you choose easy, life will be hard. So again, when we design and create,
Carlos-ism.
when we create the hard things like that, that's a hard thing. I look at that handle to turn it to cold, and I'm like, just got to do it. And it's still the same every time. Now, my response has definitely changed over time. Like Chantel could always tell before when it went cold. Now it's kind of funny. I try not to flinch or react at all, especially if she's getting into the shower. If she doesn't look at the handle and all of a sudden my cold water splashes on her and she's wanting hot water, she's like, ah! We have fun. But yeah.
I just don't look at it. I actually rinse everything in the cold plunge.
Yeah.
Because it makes me stay in it longer.
Yeah, definitely. Your rinse cycle has to do with that. Yeah, I agree. It's good. But so we talking about life things today is kind of a little different. We're playing some catch up with some clients from last week or some situations with people that are really moving forward and progressing. So we're making some exceptions on appointments, but otherwise.
And then I'm going them horses.
Yeah.
They are shedding. I went up and man, I was just loving on them. What day was it? I can't remember. And I was so full of hair.
It's Friday.
Was it Friday?
Friday before last, yeah. I think so.
No.
Or no, it would have been, yeah, you're right. It would have been Tuesday last Tuesday.
No. I think it was actually Thursday. I stopped by.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. That's right.
And I was just so full of hair. I mean, they need to be groomed so bad. It's spring, they're shedding, and it's a lot. I need to like put a mask on. It's a lot.
And we moved the sheep, or Jay did.
Yeah, you didn't move the sheep.
Yeah. It was funny. We were driving back from our workout and I'm seeing Jay move the sheep and it's really cool. I'm like, man, look at that. That's awesome. He's doing it. And he's doing it by himself. And I was talking about that. I'm like, I remember that. He used to do it. I know it's possible. And he's doing it. Like moving them by yourself is not easy because you got to move fencing. Now, when I say move the sheep, it's because they eat down the green.
Portable fencing.
Right. We have this portable fencing that's electric fencing. And so they're so conditioned sheep that you can turn it off and move it. They're not going to test it. They're not going to. The only way they really will jump the fence or try the fence is if you spook them, chase them, and then they're going to jump. Then they're all going to jump. They all do the same thing. Jump. That old adage about jumping off a cliff. Oh, we like sheep. I'm gone astray. You know that verse? Yeah, it's real.
It's legit.
They do. Man, I watched it one time. One time they got spooked and we had this taller fence they couldn't jump like a chicken like type, not chicken wire, but anyways, doesn't matter.
Chain link?
No, it was the one.
The cattle fence.
Yeah, cattle fence. Well, no, because it's not wood fencing, it was wire. Like a bunch of them jumped into the fence. Bam, bam, bam. Just one after the other. I'm like, what are they doing? Once one did it, they all did it. I was like, oh my goodness, these sheep are not very smart.
So Jesse says, balance and doing more fun stuff and giving ourselves a daily thing to look forward to is very much needed.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We all do.
We gotta have the rewards.
Yeah. Sure. I think right now, for me, the reward is in the evening sitting on my porch and watching the fireflies. Oh gosh, I love it. Like I love it. It's like that, like both rest, relaxation, and like just, I don't know, there's something about fireflies. It's like magical, you know?
Yeah, it is. Like for the tournament, like we did do morning, and we got to spend the evenings home every night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Obviously we're pretty spent, but we were able to sit out there, have a nightcap.
Porch rocking. I love it.
The
Oh,
weather's
I
beautiful.
just love it.
And we do have a ton more fireflies, which I did some research and geeked out a little bit and found out was because we had so much rain. So then it gives more food for the firefly larva in our forest.
Mhm.
And it was really interesting to discover that. But that's why we do have a lot more in our forest in
And
the
I
back of our
started
house.
early. It felt like I started early because what day was it? Was it Friday night?
Oh yeah, it's still cold. It's like 40
It was
degrees
Friday night
outside.
and it was cold. And we like literally had that conversation. I was like, oh, I can't wait for the fireflies. And then all of a sudden Carlos was like, they're here.
They're here.
And I was like, it's too cold.
She
But
called
no.
them. She was singing to them. Doodly. And they showed up. She calls Jonathan, by the way. He's already
Our
down
peacock.
from his perch, Jonathan
Oh, yeah.
the peacock, but we still have not found the female. She's not come back yet. That's sad.
Really sad. But our forest and our tree house is getting super green. All of the leaves are coming in.
And it is spring, so tons of pollen. Like our cars and our deck get covered with yellow.
We
really
could use a
neat.
good rain just to flush it down, but
And
Love
then
this
pressure
season.
wash everything.
Hazel's on spring break, so a lot of her friends are at the beach. And I was like, it'd be nice to be at the beach, but at the same time, like, I just want to be.
Yeah, for sure.
So that front porch rocking is where it's at for me.
Yep. Absolutely.
I'm going to spend time with my horses.
Now we're gonna identify how many males we got. Did Jay tell you?
No,
Male sheep, that is.
I haven't seen them.
Because we'll process them probably as yearlings or a little bit older,
No.
right? Before yearlings. This meat's the most tender. And we have a sire right now, Cookie. You guys, if you haven't seen the videos about Cookie, you should check them out. Request them, ask us, we'll give them to you. Because he lost an eye because he was bucking with our old sire, Thor, which we have the head hanging on our mantle with those cool horns.
With his head.
Yeah. And he was the aggressive guy. And then Cookie was born. It's Thor's son.
Mm-hmm.
And he was born here on the ranch. Well, Cookie and Thor, again, trying to figure out who's alpha. Thor was the alpha. And in that process, the horn that Cookie had was growing into his eye and popped his eye right out. And so we ended up having to trim that horn. And who knows, probably in nature he would have died.
Oh, yeah, it was like going into
It was
his
bad.
brain.
He was getting sick. And so we intervened. Now Cookie is like our boy. And it's funny because he's not as aggressive as Thor. And this was my theory. I'm like, he's not going to produce then. He's too loving. But he does. He does produce well. My goodness. He produced a lot of baby sheep this year. And some of the moms had 2 and 3 babies. So pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
But
So Jesse says, I wonder what a daily beach walk would look like because you guys are so close to the beach. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I think it would be really, it would feed that in you, right? It would.
Yeah.
And just like that porch time, I mean, it really does feed your spirit, especially, when you've worked all day, you've done whatever needed to be done.
So I think too, it's like, what do we believe and why about those things? Like, I believe I should not make time to walk. Like, I love taking my dogs, my boys,
Mm-hmm.
I love pack walks. My 3 dogs.
Especially when we have the creek and it's so
right.
fun. It's so fun to watch them go through.
And my belief though is like, I don't have time to do that. Like I do believe that. But it's not true. I can make time for it and it's super beneficial midday to do that kind of stuff. Again, geeking out, doing the research, like you detach for a minute, an hour, take a lunch break, eat some food, go for a walk. Like it does your body and your brain and your spirit good. We have paradise right here. Same with you guys. I found myself recognizing that and realizing that before we left California too. I remember talking about this and being like, man, the beach is right up the road. Like I could walk there. It was 2 miles. and yet we didn't do it very often. Like we had to make it this big deal, like a vacation to go to the beach, which was weird because it's so close. So, and we paid premium real estate costs because of it. So the point being is like, it is very awesome but you have to design it. You have to put it in
You
your
have to
calendar.
create that time and space, right?
Which it does. Thank you for that inspiration, Jesse, because I know I need to make time for that for myself, even if it's like at the end of the day going for a walk.
Especially when the time is so later, right?
Sunset.
We have more daylight. Let's use it. Let's not work later. Use it for obviously a couple of days a week that we definitely do.
Accommodate clients that have work schedules,
but
have to be after hours.
For the most part, like we can create that fulfillment, right? That fun, that peace.
When I realized like this is my dream, this is my paradise, the home that we live in, the ranch, the creek, the trees, the waterfalls, the streams. Like I remember I have video of when we first came here. I'm like, oh my gosh, as a kid, I always wanted this. So now it's here. And I'm like, well, I think what happens, okay, now I got to pay for it. Right? That's part of it. It's like, but what are you paying for if you're not enjoying it? Because that's even like I said about California. It was true. We were paying prime real estate costs. For what reason if we weren't enjoying it?
Yeah. So how can we create the balance of both paying for it and enjoying it?
Absolutely.
Those small nuggets, those small bites of time really do make a difference. I probably would not have been able to get through my day yesterday had I not had the porch time in the evenings during the tournament weekend. And that's just me
I agree.
Understanding who I am and what feeds me, and what I need to have energy, what I need to be able to engage and function. Right. So Monica says I enjoy things even more when I have to pay for them. That's true.
So the value is connected to the dollar, right? And so
I think that's true across the board, whether we admit it or not.
So what do we want? And then once we have it, are we enjoying it? Like that's, are we actually utilizing it and putting it into our calendar? Because do we have appointments to enjoy it? That I will tell you is definitely our day of rest. But look at this. We're going to go 3 weekends in a row without enjoying our paradise and our rest. Yeah. Now I understand like that.
We have to adapt.
And and it's real. That's the point, is we have to then create that, make time for it during the week then. And like I said, if it wasn't for our daughter's dreams, believe me, this is a rare occasion that the normal cycle of tournaments is there's not 2 weekends in a row. We always have a break in between, which is good. That's what we've enjoyed about it. But now this happens to be where there's 2 weekends in a row. It's all good. We love it. We love what we do. We love serving people.
Yeah, March was definitely
the crunch.
The cluster, if you will, of activities. For sure.
April definitely has some relief to it. Like I see many weekends free, and then we're getting to go see the Kaufmans.
Yeah. We'll be walking
Jesse and Adina. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, we will be. That's going to be awesome. Get to float in the ocean and hang out with them. So looking forward to that. That's part of our relief for the end of the month here of April. So, but anyways.
Yep. On that note.
Time to get back to work for me and time for you to go.
Well, I've got an appointment and then I'll go enjoy my horses.
That's right. Love you guys. Just a little bit of Coffee Connect time. Till Thursday. We'll see you Thursday for our next Coffee Connect. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your interactions too. It's really awesome.
Yes, love it. Love it. Love it. Bye, guys.
Bye.